Hey Andre, guess what I'm standing in front of?
Is this the all-new Toyota Camry?
You said it about half right. It is the new Toyota Camry, the 2025 model. Toyota says it's the 9th generation of Camry, but we're not sure it's all new, and we're going to tell you why in this video. So in this video, Andre, we're going to do a walk around of the Camry. We're going to see how we fit two big boys in a medium-sized car.
Yeah.
Then we're going to take it for a ride, and then we're going to talk about competition, but let's start with styling. Dare I say, Andre, the nose of the Camry, the new Camry, is very modern, very sleek. I especially like kind of this little cutout here that forms the headlight. But I think if you were to see this next to the current one, you'd probably be like, yeah, it's a Camry, and they haven't changed it all that much. It still has that giant maw, right, that looks like it's supposed to take in air. But overall, it's a subtle refresh. More, once again, like I like to say, evolutionary and not revolutionary.
Well, I think I know why, Roman.
Why is that, dude?
It's because this is the most popular midsize sedan in the country, in the United States. They sold like 220,000 of them last year in 2023, and they sold 30,000 of Camrys last month. So it's a big deal, and when the car is a big deal, they don't like to completely redesign it, right? They want to fine-tune it.
Yeah, and of course, sedans are going the way of the dodo. People are buying SUVs and crossovers, but still, Toyota and of course, Honda go head-to-head with the Camry versus the Accord. So, look, you know, sometimes at TFL, we give you the earliest videos, and sometimes our new slogan is, we may not be the best, but we're the longest. So sit back and relax, because this is going to be a long review. We found that people really enjoy in-depth, thorough reviews, and so that's what's coming up. So let's talk about pricing, and we won't give away the price of this one, but it starts at about $30,000.
Yeah, just under that.
Yeah, and that's just a hair more than the previous generation.
Yeah, but dude, the last one, I mean, the previous 2024 Camry started around 27-ish, and now it's about 29-ish. And so that might be a bummer if you're looking for a super affordable vehicle, but something changed,
Yes.
right? Because every new Camry is what?
It's a hybrid.
Everyone.
Everyone, no matter which one you pick, be it the base one all the way up to the fancy one, it's going to be a hybrid.
And that's a big deal. Also, of course, front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive are going to be available, and 4 different trim levels.
Dude, that is the heaviest. Oh my God,
Wow, that's a heavy hood.
What is that, made of lead?
So what you're seeing here is a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine, and like we said, you can see some orange components right there. Those are some of the higher voltage wiring. And this is a front-wheel drive XSE, which is kind of a little bit more sporty one. You can also get an all-wheel drive version of the Camry, and this is about 225 horsepower. So the power is similar to what it was before.
How about torque?
Toyota does not list torque.
Get out.
Because, you know, the gasoline engine combines with the electronically controlled CVT and also the electric motor, and also all-wheel drive is done by a rear electric motor, and they don't list torque.
Hey guys, I know he said those 3 letters that you hate, CVT, so don't click out of it because Andre said CVT. It actually has gotten much better in terms of its driving dynamics, and we'll talk about that in a second. Now, Andre, here's something that's just interesting about this new, once again, I think it's more like an 8.1 version of the Toyota Camry as opposed to a 9.0, and I'll tell you why. First of all, the length is identical.
Yep, the wheelbase is the same.
Is identical. The anchor points for the seats are identical. So if you're expecting more room or more head height, you're not going to find it. Look at this cute dog. Hello. Show him the dog.
Oh, I think we're upsetting him.
I love the little black eye. That's so cute.
That's
what a
cool.
cutie. Yeah, what a displays. All right, we'll return to our regularly scheduled review now. We're very easily distracted, aren't we, Andre?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, so I mean, you're going to get the same amount of headroom, shoulder room, trunk room. There's nothing really that's changed in terms of its size or its interior dimensions.
Yeah, and I kind of pulled my seats. We both kind of pulled our seats all the way back.
Yeah, I'll sit down behind me. And this one has the optional sunroof. So you're going to find something, if you're tall, that's not grand, and that is lack of not leg room or feet room, but lack of headroom. Because look at my head, dude.
It's touching. You're
Yeah,
touching.
I got this really short haircut, and it's touching.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But legroom is decent, right?
yeah, that's
okay-ish.
really good. You know, this is really nice, but it's got this massive sunroof, and if you want, you know, headroom for your rear passengers, please don't get that.
Yeah, and the trunk, let's show them the trunk really quick.
Yeah.
It's about the same as before. So on the exterior styling, I mean, they changed the rear styling and also the front styling, but they didn't touch really kind of the trunk space. You could see our bags are here, and there's plenty of space. You know, these cars are popular for like ride sharing,
Yeah.
and just family movers.
You like the dual exhaust coming out the back?
Yeah, there's duals here, but just on one side. There's nothing on the other side.
And that's another change for 2025, and that is no TRD.
Yeah, so if you want that
At least
kind
not
of
yet.
right stance, high performance Camry, it's not around right now.
Yeah, so get them while you can before this one comes out. Even though I suspect at some point they might bring it back. You know, it was a very popular option, and it was pretty badass, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, we actually took it on the racetrack, and it did really well.
But efficiency is a huge story here, right?
Yeah, this is a question I have for you guys, actually.
Yeah.
And this is what I was wondering. So it gets up to, Toyota claims, 51 mpg,
Yes.
which identically is the same identically as the Prius. So,
Which is a smaller car.
which is a smaller car, yeah.
Yeah.
In some ways, a sportier car. So the question that I'm kind of wondering is, you know, the Prius has been the torchbearer for fuel economy for Toyota, but you can get a mid-size sedan for basically, you know, Prius money that gets the same fuel economy.
All right, but what about this optioned one? This is like 48, right?
$1,000?
MPG.
Yeah, it gets.
Yeah,
Look,
so it's a little bit less.
The bigger the tire, the nicer the wheel,
The heavier the car.
the more stuff you put in it, the worse the fuel economy. So I'm not gonna. I'll just tell you the starting MSRP is $28,400 on a Camry.
Okay.
But that does not include $1,095 of destination, which is over $400 less than the outgoing Camry hybrid base grade, according to this sheet that Toyota gave us.
I know, but once again, there is no non-hybrid version, so you have to pay a little bit more to get into a Camry now.
Yeah, exactly. So this one has estimated fuel economy of 48, 47, 47. So basically 47.
But that's still really great.
Yeah, that's still really great.
Especially here, we're in Southern California, SoCal, and fuel here is over $5 a gallon, right? So that's...
I'm going to let the viewers guess as to how much this one is as option, but I'll tell you some of the options so that you can kind of have a better idea of what you're guessing at. We'll tell you at the end of the video. So obviously it's got, you know, all of dual climate zones, 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster, acoustic laminated front windshield, acoustic laminated front side glass, back window, black window trim, roof mounted charging time. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here, Andre, that we could go over. But what I think to me is the most important thing, and I'm really thankful in some ways for the Japanese for doing this. They've gotten into an arms race for ADAS. Basically, they call it safety and convenience, but this has Toyota Safety Sense 3.0. So standard, even on the base model, which you don't get on like a Porsche often, is, get this, blind side monitoring with rear traffic cross traffic alert, anti-theft, predictive fuel economy drive, pressure monitoring system for tires, which you have to have, star safety system, which I think includes all of the, you know, autonomous braking and stuff. So yeah, they're kind of 8 airbags, rear seat occupant reminder, backup camera, child protector rear door locks, collision sensors, deactivating high voltage battery. So I mean, they really have gone out of the way to make sure that the stuff that keeps you and your family safe is here. You want to sit down and go over the interior?
Yeah, well, as we do, should we mount another camera and maybe go for a drive?
Yeah, we'll do that. I'm going to mount this camera. And last time I did this, Andre, I set the camera to slow-mo. So I'm going to take the camera and I'll let you do it. Because knowing me...
You don't want slow-mo?
We don't want slow-mo.
Okay. By the way, this color is called Reservoir Blue. Do you like it?
I like it a lot. It's really poppy. I feel like this would be a color that I would like to purchase. It's kind of a flat blue, right? Almost a navy blue to some way. We're here in San Diego. Kind of feels appropriate with the Navy being here.
Yeah, yeah, heck yeah.
You want to show them the seats, and then we'll get inside and kind of talk about the interior?
Yeah, so because this is an XSE and it's a little bit more optioned, we get power seats and we have this nice interior materials, brand new interior design. You could see this kind of louvered front.
Yeah, I'll take the camera so you can put on your seatbelt.
Yeah, we want to be safe.
Of course.
And here are all your modes and parking brake as well.
So we have Eco, Normal, Sporty, Hold, which I like,
Yeah.
and EV mode. And of course over here you have not just heated front seat, but you also have a chilled one, Andre.
Yep.
And do we get a heated steering wheel?
Somewhere around.
I don't know.
here.
Do we get a heated steering wheel?
Here's all the, of course, cruise control.
Yep. So you get all the.
Controls right there.
So you get basically lane keep, which centers it in the lane. And then let's boot it up and see what the screen looks like.
Let's hear it roar.
It's not gonna roar. It doesn't make a sound. Why didn't the screen come on? What am I missing? There it goes.
It's coming.
It's a little laggy.
Yeah.
Come on, Toyota.
Hello.
Hello. There it goes. What do you think of this new system that Toyota has built?
Well, first of all, piano black.
Yeah.
I think you and I have talked about this before. I mean, there you can see some dust and fingerprints around. This is their new connected services system, and I mean, it's okay. I mean, once it boots up, it's relatively quick. But pages like this, there's climate control. Actually, I like this a little bit better than before. Trip information, and this is a pre-production model, and it's also, by the way, we need AC.
Turn around.
There we go.
Auto. Yeah, there you go. What I don't like about this is that the home screen, that's navigation. Where's the home screen? Usually the home screen defaults to this like cityscape that I'm not too in love with. Well, now it's not doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
See,
it doesn't do it when I say so, but I don't like this little teeny tiny volume knob.
There it is.
Yeah, it's not ideal. Remember when Toyota made these big knobs when the Tundra came out, and they were like, "Hey, you can use your gloves in these things," and this one, yeah, not
We're
so
not
much.
supposed to wear gloves here.
No.
So we talked about CVT.
Yep.
Well, do you want to take it for a drive and see?
I was going to show them. We got paddle shifters. I don't know why you need those, but we have them. And then over here we have the typical. Now I'm
And it's monitoring you.
watching my eyes. Yeah. Yeah.
So at low speeds, it will kind of drive itself, I believe, under 25 miles an hour. So in traffic, it will help you drive.
Now we just said it gets up to 47. Look at that, 26.
Well, it's because crazy journalists have been driving it all day.
Yeah. Yeah. So don't make the first comment be, "Hey, it's getting 26," and you said 47.
Yeah.
And of course over here you have your USB C
and A.
and over
And
here
wireless.
over here you have
And our cables.
yeah, you have a cable. You have cup holders, which are fine. Nice fat steering wheel. You want me to open the shade?
It's panoramic.
Yeah, look at that. Wow. Yeah, that's nice. I think in general, my only complaint on the interior is everything is pretty soft, right? This elephant skin's pretty soft, but it is a little, once again, dark.
Same color, yeah.
Yeah, just manufacturers need to bring some color in here, a little bit of joy, a little bit.
And I
of,
think they do have other interior colors, so it's just not this one.
shall we try EV mode? Yeah.
It says unavailable.
Well, then we can't
Let's
try
keep
it
driving.
either.
How about sport? Give it the beans.
We'll give it some sport mode here. Okay. Oh, look at that.
Ooh, it changed.
Ooh, look, it's red. It changed.
All right, launch it.
Give it one.
Launch it. You put it in neutral for some reason.
Is that what I did?
Launch it.
I'm not launching it into this container, Andre. Why am I going to launch it into the container? All right. This is a neighborhood. We want to be respectful of the people, but once we get on the road, we'll give it a little bit of the beans and see how it handles. I can remember I was actually here in San Diego, Andre.
Yeah.
Must have been now, maybe a year or 2 years ago for the launch of the new Accord, which of course this directly competes against. Yeah. And Honda did a very similar thing, right? They didn't really change it all that much. They did get rid of the 6-cylinder, and of course that is what's happening all across the board, not just in sedans, right? So we're here also reviewing, God, we're so many cars we're reviewing, but we're also reviewing the Land Cruiser,
Yep.
the what's the insignia? The
It's a Crown Signia.
That's right, the Crown Signia, and the new Tacoma TRD Pro and Trail Hunter, and
They have a Land Cruiser too.
and they all have one thing in common, right? Once upon a time, when they had V8s, they now have V6s. And
Or
when
if they had V6s.
V6s, they have 4 cylinders, right?
Yeah.
And that's the way of the world.
And also, they're all electrified. If you think about it, the Land Cruiser is hybrid.
Yep.
Tacomas are now hybrid as well, optionally. This is only a hybrid.
All right, I'm flooring it. It's good, Andre.
Yeah, it's got some pep.
Yeah, it's got some pep. Before we kind of talk about the driving dynamics, we should also mention that if you live in places like Colorado, there are options for an all-wheel drive. And we mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but the way the all-wheel drive works in Toyota land is that you have an electric motor that powers the rear wheels, and of course the gasoline engine along with the hybrid system, the motor that powers the front wheels. And so it works, but Tommy did a slip test recently on the Prius, and I'm not going to give away the ending of but it wasn't grand. So head on over to All TFL and check out that slip test, because the Prius also has this very similar setup, right? Lexus does it as well, where it's basically front wheel drive, but then there's an electric motor that's in no way connected to basically via drive shaft or any kind of differential to the front wheels.
Yeah, and the power goes up a little bit when you get all-wheel drive, from 225 horsepower to 232 horsepower according to Toyota. But yeah, I was talking to Tommy about his slip test on the rollers, and it wasn't the best system that we've tested.
No, so then you may be wondering, what's new and improved on a car that has a similar wheelbase and dimensions of the previous generation. Well, the electronics, the hybrid system, basically all the internals, Toyota will tell you, are all new.
It's the latest technology system, over-the-air updates, all the controls, keyless system, right? So you can use your phone or maybe even a credit card type of key, right? So all those systems. Also, lithium-ion battery now, right? They've had nickel metal hydride batteries, right, for a very long time. So, and I think that's maybe why it's a little bit more peppy, maybe.
Because it's got a little bit more lead in the pencil, Andre.
A little bit more lithium, I guess.
Like I said, lead. All right, lithium in the pencil.
Okay.
I like it, Andre. I like the driving dynamics. I like the seat comfort. I'm not a big fan of the CVT, but at this point, it's like that. I think this is a Russian saying where, like, you put a cow in the bedroom, but eventually you'll get used to it. Is that how that goes? Do you know that saying? Or
I don't know about the cow.
No. In other words, you can get used to anything, and CVTs have been around so long now, I've kind of given up about whinging and whining about them.
But it's not that whiny.
No.
You accelerated, and I wasn't, like, annoyed by it or anything like that.
Yeah, and there's more sound deadening, so it's
Once again, here's another one.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
It's nice and quiet.
Yeah.
So they just refined it. Like we said, starting price is around, 29 and change with destination. And we've been teasing them with price, right?
No, we're going to go back to the start. We're going to show them all the different colors you can get, because they've got them lined up at the start of the drive, and so we'll go and show them the different colors. Like I said, Andre, we may not be the best, but we're going to be the longest.
Strong.
That's our new TFL motto. We throw it up against the wall and hope it sticks.
And this one will stick, because it's a very popular car. Dude, I cannot tell you how many times I was in Manhattan or Chicago, another big city, and Uber, Lyft, other services, they use Camrys, right? Because
Toyota's reputation for
dependability, you can put a lot of miles on them, and efficiency too. So, oh, by the way, I think it's trying to slow you down on the downhill too.
No, that's me braking.
Oh, it was?
Yeah. So let's put this in perspective, right? 10 years ago, this would have been fighting out for the best seller in America in terms of at least sedans, not trucks. Ford owns that, but in sedans.
Oh, here we are.
And now, of course, the RAV4 sells 450,000.
Or approaching 500,000. Nissan is kind of walking away from a lot of their sedans, right?
And Ford kind of left a long time ago. They only do crossovers and SUVs now.
And trucks.
GM got rid of the Malibu and their segment.
And the Impala
and the bigger stuff. That actually so the Japanese and the Koreans are all that's left, I think.
Basically, for the most part. I mean, Chrysler 300 went away recently.
Yeah.
So Stellantis is no longer really in the game. And the Dodge Charger sedan went away.
Yeah, and the 200 was never really came to begin with.
Oh, he wants you to go on the grass because you have 5 inches of ground
Is
clearance.
that all that this has?
Yes.
And Andre, you can show them now, because there are the other ones. Look at that. Yeah. There you go. There. I like that. What's that color called? The other blue?
I think it's Ocean. This may be not every color available, Roman, but most of them, right? So we have the same reservoir blue.
Yep.
It's really, hold on, dude. There's a reflection is really bad. Now we have the new Ocean.
Hey, is this the chief engineer?
Yeah.
Can we grab you for a second?
Hey, how are you?
Can we grab you for an interview?
Mark, good to see
Andre,
you.
nice
Yeah,
to
I
see
saw
you.
you last time in November.
Yeah,
Roman, nice to see you, Mark.
Yeah, nice to see
you. You're the more important person in this. I'm going to pin this on you, and Andre's going to ask you some very interesting questions, Andre.
By the way, is that kind of the base model? That
is exactly the base model. That's the only one we have here. So
LE.
LE, yeah. LE 16-inch aluminum wheels with that one.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about it's a new hybrid system, right?
It
so
is.
Tell me a little bit about the powertrain.
Sure. So this is the first application of the 5th generation Toyota hybrid system with the 2.5 liter engine.
Okay.
So the hybrid changes for the 5th generation is really about efficiencies.
You guys talk. I'm going to do a walk around of some.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's really about efficiencies with the system so that we can get more power out of it, but still maintain really good fuel economy.
Right, and then that's also with lithium ion, right?
It is.
With the batteries.
It is.
Okay.
And the battery is actually a little bit smaller.
Where does it live?
It lives underneath the rear seat.
Okay, so it lives down.
Yep, and you'll see venting.
I see.
Yep.
Roman, can you see that?
So that's the cooling. It's air cooled.
Okay.
And the battery, like I say, it's actually a little bit smaller.
Okay.
But we're getting more power out of it. So actually we've retuned the system too so that we're using the battery a little more than we have in the past so that acceleration response is quicker.
It's good.
Well, we noticed it just now.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
we were just driving.
Oh, you did take it for a drive.
It's peppy.
Yeah.
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 Right?
And what do the paddle shifters do?
It's basically for the 2.5 liter. It's downshifting, if you will.
Kind of simulation.
Simulated
Yeah.
downshifting of it. Yeah.
We didn't try that today that much, but on a longer drive we will. Yeah.
Mark, what's your favorite new feature of the car?
Oh, what is my favorite new feature? That is such a tough question because honestly, there's so much. I love how many more standard features that we've put in with the LE grade, but I also love the suspension changes that we've done. The brakes. I don't know if you've noticed the brakes. The brakes, like sometimes with a hybrid, you get that regen feel, but you won't feel any of that. These brakes just feel awesome.
What did you think, Roman?
I thought they were really good. Yeah. So the latest generation of cars, right? Once upon a time, it was kind of janky to go between like regular brakes and then regen, right? You could feel the difference. You could tell immediately when the car was regenning versus when the brakes were actually, clamping
Grabbing,
down.
yeah.
And now it's almost seamless.
I think it is seamless.
I think you're right,
So I've driven this car so many times, and I've tried to find it, get it to do the regen feel. I've never been able to. So it really feels really good.
And what about the suspension? What kind of changes did you do there?
Well, we've added Pro Smooth absorbers on our sport grades, so that allows us to really fine tune the tuning for the ride and handling.
Yeah, this is the XSE here. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we've improved the ride and handling both for the sport grades, and we've also thickened the rear stabilizer bars. So the tuning of the suspension is really nice, and the fact that we were able to improve both the ride and handling, because usually you can do one or the other, right? Either you can make the ride a little better, or you can make the handling a little better, but we've done both.
And that's, so it's not just a family hauler. You kind of wanted to give a little bit more sporty feedback.
We do on the sport
driver,
grades,
yeah.
right? So on the sport grades, we took what was there and we're just pushing it a little bit further. A little bit better ride, a little bit better handling, a little bit more confident and natural feel to it. Retuning the electronic power system, steering system, like I say, with the brakes, and with a more powerful engine. The throttle response is there. So we did a lot with that throttle response to try to make it feel like,
Let me get the mic. How have you changed up the all-wheel drive system? Is that also different now?
From today's, yes. So today we have the L4 with a mechanical all-wheel drive system. What we have now is, because we're 100% hybrid, we have the hybrid system up front, and then we have an extra electric motor behind,
for the
in
rear.
between the rear wheels.
Okay.
So now it's a electric all-wheel drive system. So quite different than today's mechanical.
I gotcha.
And what's your favorite model? What's your kind of, if you had to pick one, which one?
Or color.
Or color. Yeah, what would you pick? So this is white. What's this one called?
This is windshield pearl.
Okay, windshield pearl, and then that color.
That's heavy metal.
Yeah, I love the black roof line. That's so
Yes.
cool. Yeah, that's really cool. And I love the red interior too.
Yeah.
Let me show up before the guy goes away.
Oh, I think that's Jeff, our buddy Jeff.
Yeah, that's a really sweet combination.
This is definitely one of my favorite combinations.
Hey Jeff, can we show the red interior for 1 second?
Yeah, do you want me to clear this out?
No.
We're just gonna poke a camera in here.
Now we're talking. That's nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. How do you like those wheels too? So with the 19-inch wheels, these are like, if you will, the standard 19-inch wheels, but those are also optional 19-inch wheels.
Let's go look at them.
Oh, those are look nice.
Yeah. Aren't those nice?
Yeah. There you go.
There's a lot going
Really
on
cool
there.
color.
Yeah, it's cool.
Right? A really cool color. This one is black on black on black
Yeah.
vehicle.
So where's the car built?
Georgetown, Kentucky.
Yeah, okay.
In Kentucky,
So
yeah.
America.
Yep.
It's funny, like it's a Japanese car, but in terms of like American content,
Yeah.
one of
It's
the
really
more
heavy on
American
that,
cars.
right?
It is. Well, and it was designed here,
Yeah.
styled here, engineered here, and built here. So.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for your
Thanks,
time.
Mark.
Yeah, thank you.
Let me grab that.
Let me grab your mic here. Yeah.
Thank you.
sir.
All right, thank you.
All right, guys, there you have it.
All the time.
Oh, thank you
appreciate
for
it.
watching. Yeah. All right, Andre, shall we go? Now that we found another one with the red interior, I like this red interior. I'm curious as to how much this costs. You think it's the same price? We said that we tell them how much ours cost.
Yes,
It was 38 all in.
38.
Yeah. And this one
I think that's similar to what it was before.
is a little bit more expensive. This one's 41,125.
Let me show that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. See?
down here.
Yeah,
Yes.
because it's all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
So the all-wheel drive option, in case you're curious, is I think it's 1,400 maybe. Does that sound right? Doesn't say on here. I'm trying to remember from the press materials. Mark, 1,400 for all-wheel drive.
It's about
1,500.
1,500.
I was off by 100.
close.
Oh, come on. It's what's one?
Without going over.
Yeah, well, come on. Just throw it into the loan. What can I do to get you
Any grade you want.
on any grade you want?
Grade, SE, XSE, XOE, anything you want.
Any one. And I'll throw in undercoating for no additional costs.
You're very generous.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoy this new style of TFL video where we certainly give you long versus short, and hopefully more than you ever want to know about the brand new 2025 Camry.
Yeah, by the way, stay tuned to alltfl.com because we're driving a bunch of new hybrid Tacomas.
Yes.
You can see some of the limited ones here. Also, back here is the Toyota Crown Signia we mentioned, also all hybrid.
Well,
So,
shall we go review the Insignia?
Signia, let's do it.
Why do I want to say Insignia?
Well, because that's like a term you would use, I guess.
All right, let's go
All right.
review that. Well, guys, thanks for watching. Head on over to alltfl.com, and we shall see you next time. Ciao.
Oh, yes.